The day Louis got eaten. Louis and his big sister Sarah were out in the woods one day when, unfortunately, Louis was eaten up by a gulper. Click! Gulp! Sarah didn't panic. She knew that gulpers usually swallow their food down whole, and that if she was quick, there might be a way to get Louis back out, stopping only to collect something she thought she might need. She set off after the gulper in hot pursuit. She had almost caught up with it when, unfortunately, crap! The gulper was eaten up by a grabular. Gulp, gurgle. Oh God! Sarah followed the grabular to its nest. Gulp. She had almost caught up with it when, unfortunately, snatch! It was eaten up by an undersnatch. Oh God! Sarah chased after the undersnatch and had almost caught up with it when, unfortunately, it was eaten up by a spiny-backed guzzler. Splush! Flip! Gzl! Sarah had almost caught up with the spiny-backed guzzler when, unfortunately, oh no! It was eaten up by a saber-toothed yumper. Yump! Oh man! Sarah chased after the saber-toothed yumper and unfortunately, or fortunately perhaps, managed to track it to its lair without it being eaten up by anything. She waited until it was asleep, then crept up to its open mouth. She crawled into its stomach, then clambered into the mouth of the spiny-backed guzzler, then into the undersnatch, and finally into the gurgler. Where she found Louis. There you are, he said. I knew you would come. How are we going to get out of here? We're going to use this hiccup frog, and said Sarah, which I picked up before chasing after the gulper. Watch this. The hiccup frog boinked all around the gulper's stomach, boom, 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 which made the gulper start to wiggle. This made the grabular wriggle, which set off the undersnatch, and then the spiny-backed guzzler, and then the saber-toothed yumper. Bah! Pip! Until in one great chain of hiccups and burps, boop, hic, 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 boop. Louis and Sarah and the hiccup frog were free. Unfortunately, all the creatures were now extremely hungry. They gathered around Sarah, licking their lips. Get away from my sister, shouted Louis, or I'll eat you up. Ooh-hoo, ooh-hoo. The creatures fled. Thanks, Louis, said Sarah. Come on, it's time to go home. So, kids, it's a winner of the Scottish Children's Book Award book. When Louis gets eaten up by a gulper, his big sister Sarah knows she has to act fast and sets off in hot pursuit. But rescuing a boy from a gulper's tummy isn't so simple, especially when other strange and scary creatures are looking for their dinner too. Delicious. I love this book so much I want to eat it up, New York Times said. One of our cleverest writer illustrators, Telegraph says.